Welcome, I'm David number 2. Today I'm going to read from Revelation chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. Today I'm going to talk about Yahweh's everlasting kingdom in a symbol of a woman. When we look back to the Old Testament, this everlasting kingdom was represented by Hagar, and her seed, Ishmael, was to represent Israel after the flesh, or the fleshly Jews. And when we look to the New Testament, Yahweh's everlasting kingdom is represented by Sarah. Her seed, Isaac, represents Israel by the promise. Those are the converts from the nations. They are born by the Spirit by hearing the word of the Yahweh. And from the matter of facts, we know that the church organized by the Yeshua, the Apostolic Church, suffered during the Dark Ages. So Isaac represents the first section of Yahweh's everlasting church or kingdom after the Dark Ages. Isaac gave birth to Jacob, and Jacob gave birth to the 12 tribes of Israel. Therefore, Jacob represents the second section of Yahweh's everlasting kingdom or church in the New Testament. So the section represented by Jacob is only a fitting symbolical period for the birth of the 144,000 who are the 12 tribes of Israel by the promise in the last days. Then that particular section is to pass away, and that will lead us to the third section of Yahweh's kingdom in the New Testament. And to that section is where Yeshua's words are fulfilled, which we read in Matthew chapter 13, verse 30, which reads, "In the time of harvest I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn." The wheat represents the 144,000, and the barn is a symbol of security, which implies this glorious company is saved and protected. Satan cannot harm them. They are to be translated without seeing death. John declares them as being the first fruits of the harvest unto Yahweh and unto the Lamb. So the 144,000, once they are sealed, they are protected. Satan cannot harm them, for those people shall never taste death. That's the third and last section of Yahweh's everlasting kingdom in the New Testament church. And we know once we get to this point, whereby the 144,000 have been sealed and protected, then the lamb-like beast, which is the United States of America government, will make a decree for all mankind to bow down to the image of the beast. Due to the fact they control the trade center, no man will be able to buy or sell save he that has the name or the number of the beast, which is 666. And that's the time that Daniel predicted that we are going to have a time of trouble such as never was. Let us read in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book." So the only people that are going to be delivered during this time of trouble, when the United States government make a decree for all mankind to bow down to the image of the beast, must have their names written in the book of life. And in our study tomorrow, when discussing this woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, we are going to see the qualification that makes us eligible to be written in the book of life. But for this time, let me briefly close our study tonight, thanking you to have taken your time to watch. May Yahweh bless you, as always. David number 2.